Please remember that all the opinions in the show are those of the host and should only be taken as food for thought. We're in no way telling you to do anything. Everything is kept anonymous for the safety of the listeners and no information is shared to anyone else. If you are easily offended by people's opinions or views, then thank you for making it this far, but this is not the podcast for you, so see you later. And please enjoy the rest of the show. Hey, you jokers. The 2-year special was so good. I love you boys bickering even in front of guests. Shows it's a natural relationship. I always like to insult you in front of a guest, Jay.
Yeah, you do try it. And it depends what mood I'm in, whether I'm going to react to it or not.
You could be brothers, could be chalk and cheese. Love each other, but you know what buttons to push. Yeah, is that right? I don't think this would work if we were brothers. I see what you're like with your brothers, and it's way worse than what me and you are like.
Yeah, me and my brother's got a lot more aggression going on. There's a lot more aggression. Me and you can get each other wound up, push each other's buttons, but we don't start shouting and screaming.
No. It's because all three of you just want to be on top, and you're the oldest.
I am on top, that's why.
Yeah, exactly. That's why everyone's fucking rowling. Fists are flying.
Like I'm Mufasa and they're fighting for power.
I have a situation for you guys. I hate seafood and think it's possibly the worst food ever. I live in a seafood town and I'm dating someone who has picked a seafood only restaurant. I do not want to fuck it all up by telling them I had lied about liking it. How do I sit through a 3-course meal pretending I'm not hating every bit of food on the plate? Thanks as always. P.S. Be good to each other. You love each other, boys. Oh, I don't know about that. Sometimes
I would, for that meal, say there's something, you've had some kind of illness and you've got to eat vegetarian for the day.
People do become allergic to seafood, like, almost instantly. Like, you could eat seafood your entire life, and then 1 second it's like, you can't eat it anymore.
Yeah. Happens a lot.
Yeah.
Happens a lot. It's also one of the biggest causes of food poisoning as well, because if you have stuff like ceviche and stuff, it's hard to make sure that it's cooked right.
Yeah.
Because ceviche is raw fish cooked in lime juice.
Oh, is it? Oh, what, like, what's the one with the beef? They do that. That's the one. I think I would just go for the stuff that is the least fishy, right?
Yeah.
Because I can't. I like seafood, but I can't handle like the super. I don't like kippers or anything like that. Like there's the putting a smell near my mouth. I'm like that. But I'll eat like salmon and cod because they're quite mild in flavour. Even like prawns, if you get a good sauce on a prawn, the prawn doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I'm okay with seafood. I'm not a massive fan, I'll eat a prawn, but I don't like any shellfish really. Like I don't like clams or mussels or oysters or Charlotte loves all that shit, so she can have that. She can keep that.
Scallops are pretty good. I don't mind a scallop.
Yeah, they're okay. Like the thing with scallops, I always think if it's cooked wrong, it's like a slightly off texture.
And
that's what I struggle more with than anything. Prawns are the same. If they're overcooked, they turn into like rubbers, little rubber rings, and it's like it's not nice. But
I love calamari. Deep fried calamari rings are fucking amazing.
Yeah, that would be a good starter in a seafood restaurant, because they will definitely do that because that's a staple. I would look at the vegan or vegetarian dishes, honestly, because they might be similar enough that it wouldn't be that noticeable and good enough to eat that you don't really need to explain why. You could just say, I'm not really feeling seafood today. Doesn't really need to be a big thing.
I had a big lobster on my lunch. I don't feel like I have one now.
Yeah, just say, I had a big lunch. I had a load of stuff seafood yesterday, and I feel a bit peaky today, so I'm just going to stick with the safe stuff.
See, this is tough for me because I like to try everything. I always say, because people are like, how can you eat that? And I'm like, well, there's so much I can't eat. I eat it just to see if I can eat it because it would just add something that I can. But I mean, like, tastes change, right? Like when I was younger, I used to hate mushrooms, and now I eat them raw. Fucking love mushrooms. Yeah, I mean, like, your tastes change. So I think if you do some research, like there's some fish out there that it's like it's just a texture thing, right? Like it doesn't really taste the fish. It's just like flaky. So as long as you don't mind the texture, you can
If you
get
go
through
for
it.
like a flat white fish, they're quite minimal.
Yeah. What's that one in America that they like that they say tastes like steak? It's not Maui Maui, is it? Was it something?
Don't know.
I remember it being in King of Queens. He was raving about it, but we don't get it very often over here. So, fish that tastes like steak, tuna. Oh yeah, I
Tuna
suppose yeah.
steaks, yeah.
But that
I
wasn't what
don't
I was
like tuna
thinking.
steaks.
See, I do like a bit of tuna.
Yeah, but canned tuna is different to tuna steak. Tuna steak's like essentially braised around the edges and uncooked in the middle. It's a big slab of looks like a steak.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I can't remember what it's called. I'm sure it was like a double-barreled name in fish. I'm sure I'll find it at some point. It was in an episode of King of Queens anyway. But yeah, I don't know. Like, is saying that you like seafood when you don't really that big of a lie?
Considering they've gone to a seafood restaurant and she's picked that based on his lie, yeah.
But he's from a seafood town. Like, wouldn't you just assume that everyone in that town likes seafood?
No, I just don't think he's dug himself a hole. I don't think he's dug himself a hole that he can't get himself out of at the minute. He could just say he's not fancying it.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, I agree. I'm just trying to weigh up how
He could deal with
like
it.
yeah, like is it really like if I said to if a woman told me that she liked steaks and I booked a steak restaurant and then she was like, oh no, I don't really like them. I was just trying to impress you. Would it really be like a well, I don't want to fucking go anywhere with you then. You know what I mean? It's,
Probably not.
No.
But I would do it after the meal. I would just do it after the meal.
Yeah. Yeah, try and have a good time. Don't start off on a bad foot, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and then 2 weeks later, when you're booking your next restaurant, you book it and say, "Oh, I'm not that overly keen on seafood anymore. We'll go here."
I love it. Just imagine Jamie saying it as well.
Oh yeah.